Here he is, the now defeated House Majority Leader Eric Cantor.
And then to all of you, so many of you who not only today spent endless hours in the heat with your undying loyalty and effort, I want to thank you for that as well. And I tell you, absolutely. It's not only the hundreds of volunteers here, it's also, my team, both my team that have served the constituents of the 7th District, both here in the district office, have and continue to serve the 7th District constituency in Washington and Culpeper, but also my political team. They have put in so much extraordinary work to try and win this campaign, but have done so for the last decade or more. So I want to thank them. And now, serving as a 7th District congressman and then having the privilege to be majority leader has been one of the highest honors of my life. And, what I set out to do and what the agenda that I have always said we're about is we want to create a Virginia and America that works for everybody. And we need to focus our efforts as conservatives, as Republicans, on putting forth our conservative solutions so that they can help solve the problems for so many working middle-class families that may not have the opportunity that we have. We can also put our solutions to work for the most vulnerable. I've spent a lot of time on charter schools and education opportunity to make sure that everyone in America can have access to that American dream, starting with a quality education. We talked about, research a lot in my office and in our campaign and in Congress. I'm really proud of the Gabriella Miller Kids First Research Act. Because what it says as conservatives, that we don't believe you ought to spend taxpayer dollars on political conventions. That in fact, it's probably better to help cure disease, because not only do you save lives and help people, you can ultimately solve the federal deficit problem by bringing down health care costs. So these are the kinds of things that I know we'll continue to work on. I know there's a lot of long faces here tonight, and it's disappointing, sure. But I believe in this country. I believe there's opportunity around the next corner for all of us. So I look forward to continuing to fight with all of you for the things that we believe in, for the conservative cause, because those solutions of ours are the answer to the problems that so many people are facing today. Thank you all very, very much.
And there you have it. Brat Baier, what'd you make of it?
Well, it sounds like it's a concession, a defeat. It does not sound in his voice like he's continuing on in any write-in campaign, even though that's possible by law. It doesn't sound like that. Megan, I want to bring our viewers up to date. The Associated Press has just declared that U.S. Senator Lindsey Graham has defeated his 6 opponents and has reached the threshold, so he avoids a runoff in South Carolina. So you have 2 very different places, 2 very different stories. If there was a candidate who possibly could be vulnerable to a Tea Party challenge, it was Lindsey Graham. And he effectively saw that challenge early on, spent a lot of money, and held it off. Tonight he goes on and wins and does not have a runoff, which is a big deal. He is a supporter of immigration reform. His name is on the legislation. So in that state, South Carolina, which arguably immigration plays as a huge issue, a co-sponsor of the bill is going on and avoiding a runoff against that challenge. Yet in Virginia, the House Majority Leader, the first House Majority Leader ever to lose in a primary, has gone down primarily on the issue of immigration reform.